Welcome to our video series on climate crisis stories. I am Tom Riley, the author of our two climate crisis books, and this series is brought to you by those two books. Our climate crisis is now about as real as a heart attack, or as real as a Class 4 hurricane that spun up in 2 days. This crisis is not your fault alone, but it is your future. You do not have to like it, but you do have to live it. Too bad. So sad. It is much too late to stop this crisis completely, but there are many things we can do to take the edge off and to make it more survivable by a great many people. These videos detail the approach we have been working on for some time. Tell the stories now. For as long as there have been civilizations, people have had great stories as the foundations of those civilizations. Think of the myths of Greek antiquity or of the Gospels. Stories hold civilizations together. We do not yet have the great stories we need to work through our climate crisis and to build a sustainable society for Earth thereafter. Such stories are particularly important to keep people in effective sustained action, even in hard times. Stories are especially important to inspire our young people. There is no reason we cannot author the stories we need starting right now. This idea is not new. In fact, the last Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC, report called for exactly this approach. Climate Change 2022 Impacts, Adaptation, and Vulnerability. C5.3 Enhancing Knowledge. A wide range of processes can deepen climate knowledge and sharing, including using the arts. High confidence. Back in the early days of the Industrial Revolution, many people were suffering under the severe disruptions to their society. People were driven from their rural homes, with their only choice being to live in city slums. Times were bleak. One English writer stands out as the person who told their stories loud and clear. He was Charles Dickens. Because he told their stories, they knew that others understood their plight and that they were not invisible. This gave them hope and kept many in action to better their lives. We need a Charles Dickens for the start of our climate crisis. We have lots of technical people telling us all the problems we face, but no one is showing us what our lives will be like while we are facing them. Our two books are a start, but many more stories, better written stories, are needed. Particularly, we need young authors who are willing to face their future and tell stories with paths for action. Gloom and doom stories will not do. There are already too many of these stories on the bookshelves. You can scare people into action, but their actions are then short-lived and frantic. This does little good. We need people to be in action for the long haul. What we need are stories about believable characters in effective action. They may be losing ground, especially at first, but they do not give up. They persevere. These are the heroes we need for our new age. These are the stories we need to get people into brave action and to give them a positive vision of their futures. This series of videos will look at the real problems we all now face and the real actions people can take. All these elements make great stories. We will stare unflinchingly into all our futures. The series will look at all the things we chose to put into our current books and the ideas we hope others will write into theirs. Please come with us on this journey. We hope to put out 2 videos per month through the spring of 2023. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And of course, buy our books. These actions can really help us keep going. We will also commit time to answer your comment questions, so give us your input. For now, enjoy Tom Riley.